live performance, there's nothing like it.
Yes, it is.
There is really nothing like it. And you see both when something goes off a little bit or something's performing at a full throttle, you see it all right there, live on stage.
And we've had that happen.
I'm sure, little nooks and crannies that pop out, or obviously, as you say, just where they're running it at full throttle. What about the rest of the season as you prepare for the kickoff in September? Break down the season, if you don't mind. I know many of these dates, obviously, you probably laid out, but of course, you kick off the season September 7th with
Thoroughly Modern Millie, which is a musical, and that plays September 7th through the 15th.
Right.
Then we're having Wait Until Dark, which is a dark mystery suspense type of drama, and that will be October 26th through November 3rd.
Right.
And then we have an upbeat, what we call a high-octane musical, which is Pump Boys and Dinettes, which is going to be
January 18th through the 26th.
And then we are doing another comedy, which we have done previously, which is Rumors. And then we will close our season with the old favorite, Oklahoma.
Oh, yes, absolutely. April 25th through May 3rd, and Rumors, Feb 29, interesting, through March 8th. So this will be a tremendous season. And having 5, again, it's probably a melancholy season for a lot of folks as they think about not performing in a place they've loved performing, many of them probably for even the 39 years you've been there, but also a very exciting time as they think about performing in a new location for much of the same audience oftentimes.
It's going to be a bittersweet year. You know, there's a lot of memories, and you hate to leave where you've been, but then again, we've been offered a great opportunity, and we will build memories in the new theater facility also. For
many years to come, that's exactly right. And as you say, when you think through those 6 to 8 weeks leading up to a performance, when you're in a location 4 nights a week, oftentimes 5 or 6 nights a week for 3 or 4 hours, and of course for the set designers or otherwise, there really are, and it's different than necessarily a workplace because you're coming there doing something you love. So I'm sure the memories are very strong for folks, both performance as well as the audience like myself who'd sit out there and see performances.
Yes.
It'd be very special, 843-662-3731.
Yes. If somebody is interested we are getting ready to mail out our new season brochure. If anybody is interested in getting on our mailing list, if they will please call me and give me their name and address, I would be more than happy to send them out one. Right.
This tremendous brochure has a lot of information in there, both about the summer youth performance, the Disney High School musical on stage, and also obviously throughout the season, but has a great intro from the Florence Little Theater president, Chuck Bender, and then some tremendous information about all the performances there. But it also has some great information about the showtime and prices, and then some other ways if folks were interested in supporting the Florence Little Theater more than just buying a season ticket or actually just buying an individual ticket. What are some other ways that viewers could get involved in supporting the Florence Little Theater? There's some other vehicles to help support?
Well, we have underwriters that underwrite each of our productions, and we can't do without our business and corporate sponsors. This is our second year. We're trying to also get sponsorships to help maybe with the musical part of the production, or help with the technical part, or help with costumes. So we've added some additional places where people can help defray some of the costs that are involved in putting on a production. But we also have, for the individuals, we have benefactors where you receive more season tickets for the price that are run around $500. We got our distinguished benefactor, which is $1,000, and a grand benefactor that's $2,000.
Yes.
Some companies use these for incentive and give them to their employees, give them to clients, their season tickets, and use them in a lot of different ways. But some people just buy them as a family and like to come and bring the entire family and make this an outing. So there's something in there for everyone where it comes to season tickets.
And the dates work so perfectly that our viewers in southeastern North Carolina are here along the Strand can make it an evening, driving up and seeing one of the performances. Some of these overlap on weekends as well.
Right. We usually run our productions on 2 weekends, so there's plenty of time for them to come on up, go to a local restaurant in Florence, and then come see the production and make a night of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you think, do you oftentimes have students coming in, high school students, drama students from around the area who come and see behind the scenes as folks are preparing? Is that commonly done, or is it?
We will do tours for anybody who wants to come in. We do have a group of high school students that come in and usher for us from one of the local schools.
Great.
A couple nights a week when we need ushers. So we do have student involvement. But anybody who would like to come have a tour of the theater is more than welcome to come in, and we will give anybody a tour.
They just call the 843-662-3731 number.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about volunteer opportunities? So if someone wanted to volunteer the time, I know you talked about obviously the 4 paid staff, but then a lot of volunteers make things happen. Are you all full of volunteers, or are you ever seeking volunteers?
We can never have enough volunteers.
Listen to that. I like that answer, yeah.
We are always looking for ushers, house managers. We are looking for people to help paint sets, construction. We have a couple of people who are retired that come in and help us build sets, painting, help us with makeup or props or sets. If you are interested in volunteering, we will find a place for you to help us out.
Great.
And we can't tell how much we appreciate the support we get from our volunteers.
Yes, yes. There's no necessary skill set. You don't necessarily have to be able to build sets. I mean, you could even use some help in the office.
Yes, we can always use in our box office, or stuffing envelopes, or helping with mailers. If you're interested in helping, just give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to have you come and help us.
Great. I hate to put you on the spot by asking this, Sue, but I'm trying to think about if you can think back to folks that have began performing at this current location 39 years ago, or auditioned for performances. Or there's some names that viewers in the PD and here in the area may resonate because they've been performing there so long, or do you have folks that come and audition who were performing at the former Air Base location?
Yes, we do, but it's amazing. Most of them, like Patsy Stone, has been involved with the theater for many years.
Right.
Robin Thompson, Sandra Anderson. A lot of them serve currently on our board of directors.
Right.
And a lot of them have been patrons. You'd be surprised how many patrons have been of the theater for 50 years.
No.
They say, I remember back at the old Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah.
So we get a lot of people that have are still involved in the workings of the theater, but also as patrons.
Have you had any favorite? We've just got a couple of minutes, Sue. Any favorites over the years, over your 11-plus years there at the theater? And you've been the executive director for how long? That entire time?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? That's tremendous.
I guess I'm more partial. I like the musicals, like most people. Like I said, I can't think of one that just sticks out in my mind, but some of my favorites would be Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Grease, Beauty and the Beast, Anything Goes. So I definitely, but I've had some comedies and dramas that I've liked too. I loved when we did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I just lost my train of thought.
No, that's fine. How about your family members? Your children had any favorites that they've seen there over the years that really stick out in their minds, or got them maybe thinking about doing different things in life because of the experiences that they saw there at the Florence Little Theater?
I think they're like me, that they like the musicals. My son liked Joseph.
Right.
My daughters have been to several of them. I can't really say what their favorites were, but we have something for everybody. Yeah,
yeah. And you have performances that every single evening sells out.
Yes. Well, we hope that every evening sells out, but we've had quite a few productions that we've had no seats available.
What over the last 12 years has been the most exciting aspect for you, Sue, in your involvement as executive director of the Florence Little Theater?
It's probably this new building facility, seeing it from the start and hopefully seeing it to the finish, and being able to have some input on the building and working with the building committee, getting this building ready for the community. I think that's probably the most exciting thing.
I hope you'll give us the opportunity to come film a week of Carolina People up there with you when you move into the new location.
We'd love to have you.
That's great. Sue, thanks so much for being with us
Thank you
this
very
morning.
much.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Sue Schatz coming up next. Look at this cover. It's a great cover. The words, you may not be able to see them. Join us as we celebrate 84 years of community theater and the last season at the South Cashua Drive location. Special words, 84 years at the same, 34 years at the same location, 84 years of community theater in Florence. The Florence Little Theater has been around for that long. It's going into its 85th year at a new location on Dargan Street, right next door to the Doctors Bruce and Lee Foundation Library. You heard Sue talk about that $10 million grant. $10 million. It's not because someone went in and made a great pitch to the Doctors Bruce and Lee Foundation. It's because there was a groundswell of local support, local and regional support, people that have been enjoying and performing in and being a part of and volunteering time to the Florence Little Theater year after year. 84 years this year. 84 years. Think of that. Be a part of it. You can get a season ticket, buy an individual ticket, tremendous pricing both for students and adults. 843-662-3731. Take the time, pick up the phone, 843-662-3731. Easy phone number, write it down. Be a part of this 84th season of community theater and the Florence Little Theater.